Hi, I'm Tuna Salad, and today I'm going to show you how to engage and attack targets using the Vikhr missile and cannon and S-8 rockets in the KA-50 Black Shark for Digital Combat Simulator. This is going to be fairly watered down and quick, just to give you an idea of the basics so you can get in and have some fun. We're going to look at a couple of things that are essential to fighting, and it's pretty much three basic things actually, and those are: this switch right here is the laser to standby button. We need that. And this button right here is the ground moving target. We will need that. This is the, wish my track IR would stop moving around. This right here is the auto turn to target. I don't really like using that, as I sometimes feel like I'm kind of fighting the chopper. So I don't use that, but that's personal preference. And of course this right here is the master arm. That's pretty important if you want to shoot stuff. And I almost forgot the helmet mounted sight switch, which is right here, where it bring up this nifty little reticle that you see. So we're going to be using that quite a bit. Now that I'm clear of the airport, I'm going to turn on the master arm and start getting ready for combat. The master arm being right here again. I'm going to put the laser to standby and depress the ground moving target button right here. I'm going to go ahead and select my outer pylon for the Vikhr, which is lit up right here, and the inner pylon will show up in the middle. Outer, inner. This display shows you how many rounds you've got left with a particular type of weapon. In this case, I've got 12 Vikhrs. Okay, we're approaching our combat area, so I'm going to go ahead and slow down and put us into a hover. I can see the target straight ahead just off the nose, and we've already made preparations for battle. The master arm is on. The laser is to standby, ground moving target is up. In this case, I've got the outer pylon selected for the Vikhr missile. I also have to be kind of cautious here. I've added civilian traffic, so I have to keep an eye on what I'm attacking. And I believe what I'm seeing on the road is civilian traffic. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up the helmet mounted sight, this switch right here. I'm going to look down the road, which is where our targets are, and I'm going to uncage the Shval. And notice when I did, the Shval is now looking where I put the reticle. So we're going to put the sight back up. As you can see down here, we found our targets. There they are. They're kind of grouped together. You can't really see them out there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slew the designator box over top of one of these targets. See, we've got a civilian vehicle moving down the road right here. I've zoomed in. And I'm going to wait for him to pass before we actually engage anything. I believe that this right here is the SAM hidden off behind the tank. Notice that I changed the reticle size because the vehicle is smaller. Now I've locked. I'm getting target analysis cues. I'm a little out of range right now. I can't fire, but I am going to use the gun for this target. So we have to move up just a little bit. And I'm going to do just that. It's very important to not move the nose too much or turn too much, as you can lose your lock with the Shval or move out of range of its capabilities. And I should also mention at this point that with the Vikhr missile, the ranges are dependent on your altitude. The higher you are, generally the further you can fire the missile. So I'm going to select my cannon. Still out of range for the cannon. I'm getting a box showing that I'm out of angle for the cannon. It is mounted on the right side. Therefore, if I slew too far to the right, then I will get a probability error and not be able to fire. So we're still looking at our target. That indeed was the that indeed is the SAM, the Hummer right there. And I'm still not within range, not yet. However, I am in range to take out this target with a Vikhr, which I really don't want to do because it is a Hummer. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out one of these Abrams that are next to it, and then because I am within range of doing that. So you notice on our heads-up display that I've got a circle, the small circle to the right. Let's see if I can do this here. I've got the small circle to the right, which is the target, which is where the Shval is, right here. It's where it's looking. And this reticle right here represents the Vikhr missile. So we want to put the center of the dot inside the designator. And if you notice on the left, I've got target analysis and a C right here showing that it's okay for me to fire. So I'm going to turn the nose back just a little bit, get that C and missile away. And that is a hit. So I'm going to do the same thing. In this case, I'm actually going to make the box just a little bit bigger, which is hard for me to do here because I have to keep the... I think we're going to be fine right there. I'm going to turn the nose back and missile away. Boom. That's a hit. Now, I'm going to switch back to the cannon, and it shows that we're in range now with the CQ. And I'm going to turn this just a little bit to the left because the cannon is mounted on the right side of the bird. And I'm going to fire a burst. This is going to be a short burst, as noted by the long, medium, and short switch right here. So here we go. Let's give it one more burst. Those rounds are on target. The vehicle is on fire now and smoking. And boom. Okay, now I'm going to select the inner pylon, and you will notice here I'm going to slew the designator over this tank right here. Theoretically speaking, since these guys are lined up the way that they are, I'm going to make a U-turn. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that because then I'll have to designate them again. So the objective here is the same as with the Vikhr. Target designator, Q, and these right here are the rocket pods. So you want to put this reticle inside of that. And in this case, I'm going to put it to medium burst length. And we're going to start creeping up on this target right here. This is very difficult. It requires a very steady hand. So, there we go, we're almost there. Alright. And those came up short. I missed. So we'll do this one more time. Ooh, that was too much. That got him. And there's one tank to the left here, still.
Ataca, dirige. Ataca,
Cool.
dirige.
I got him, and I'm being shot at. So anyway, that is how you fight using the Black Shark. I hope I answered some questions. I'm probably not as good as some people that are out there. Again, I meant to keep this very basic.